You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Good morning!
Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387.
You are my shining star, my God, my roaring roof. I'm a dream, a drummer, true, my January, the man is a new man, Get a little piece of voice back. It was singing out, boy. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Boston. We are in the building. Spark FM online, Saucy and Friends in the morning. It is bright and early on a hot-ass Monday morning.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
It is already about 1,000 degrees, and it'll be 1,000 more later. And we'll get into that
Not in the mood for that.
later. I'm not even able to be in the mood. I can't even fathom the mood that we're supposed to be in.
And I went and bought my air conditioner the other day. Trish, can you come put my air conditioner in the window?
Sure.
Thank you. You're the best.
Oh,
because
I got to do that for a few people, actually.
Charge them, Tristan.
Charge them, Tristan.
Tell them you have a bad back and you can't be risking your life for this thing.
I will put it together, but I just can't get it in the window because it's a two people job. Anyhow, but anyway, let me not even get into that. Anyway, good morning. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing?
I am good. What a great weekend.
Man.
My gosh.
Very eventful.
Very hot.
Very hot. And girl.
Well, let's start with it. Quick check-in. How was your, let's start with Tristan first because Tristan went away.
Thing.
Yeah, man, I had a pretty cool Saturday. Definitely, I went out to Brooklyn, New York, under the K Bridge. Shout outs to the people that put on Dear Summer. So that's an annual event that happens every year. It had at least 3,000 people out there. Meek Mill performed. He brought out Jim Jones. He brought out Rowdy Rebel also performed. And Valiant, the dance hall performer. Y'all know Valiant, right?
Mm-hmm. Look out my way.
Yeah, man. My people there. So it was definitely lit. My mother was one of the vendors. Shout out to Eunice's Cuisine. It was dope. I saw a lot of people from Boston from there.
Really?
A lot of people from Boston were out there. I'm
cool.
You know when you see people from Boston, you gotta look at them a little harder. Be like, is that a look alike?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was dope. It was a really dope event. It was peaceful. Nothing happened like as far as fights or whatever. There was a little scuffle, but you know that's gonna happen when you're doing something like that.
A little bump, and it's hot. You know, tensions are high. Temperatures high. So yeah.
So that was it. And yesterday I didn't do a goddamn thing.
Good.
I slept. I was tired. You know, I had to drive back last night. So
yeah.
That was it.
That's cool. What time did y'all leave to go out there?
We left the city around like 8, 9 o'clock. Got there around 1.
Oh, okay. What time did the festival start? I thought it was early.
It started at 4.
Oh,
it was supposed to finish at 11. Finished around 10.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Jeez.
Nice. That's cool.
Good. That sounds. What was the weather like out there? It was hot as hell.
It was hot. It was hot. It wasn't like this hot, honestly.
Yes.
Yesterday was really hot out here, but it was because we're under the bridge too.
Yeah.
So the bridge is also providing, that little.
Oh yeah.
shit.
So the spot was nice.
Bridge.
Yeah, it's like a bigger version of Ink Block under the K Bridge.
Oh, Ink Block.
I know. Rest in peace. We gotta figure that out.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. That is really nice. I had a really, really nice weekend. Friday evening, I attended Chick Flick and Chill. So, if you're not familiar with that business, it's Angela and Pam put together a business where they set up movie nights in your backyard or wherever places or whatever. They come out with the inflatable chairs and all that. I have some pictures. And so we did that in Angie's backyard on Friday night. We did Sinners in the backyard. And it was also a color party. So everybody had to come dressed in a color and bring foods that color. And everybody participated and it was really, really cool. It was nice. Like outside, the weather was great. It was really, really nice out there. And then Saturday was G Huncho's Talk of the Town 617 had their event.
That's what was happening.
That festival up at the Martini Shell. So we went through there. Saturday was hot. Let's preface that. Saturday was hot as hell. Early in the morning. So we were out there for a little bit and, walked around. There was a lot of vendors out there. It looked like it was going to be a nice crowd forming out there.
Shout out to T4.
T4. Shout out to T4.
She's disrespectful, first of all.
Girl, last night that plate is so intimidating. I got food from T4, and she loaded up my plate, and I like to the point where like I'm intimidated by my plate.
As you should have been, because that plate was heavy and
it was
crazy.
like 5 pounds of food that she put into that plate and gave me, and it was really, really good. I got rasta pasta. I got beef stew that had some nice beef sausage in it too. I got a whole plantain cut up across the top, and a head of cabbage as well. And it was, that food. I was like, I'm gonna be eating this till Wednesday, and I think that's probably what I'm gonna be doing.
Shout out to Mavrika with the plates. It's good when you know the vendors because they be hooking you up a little bit more.
Oh yes, and shout out to their rum punch and spiked iced tea too, because it's very, very good. And then so we left there and we went to Juneteenth in the park at Franklin Park by the Shattuck picnic area, and that was lit.
Man, so Gina told me it wasn't the most people, but I felt it was the most people out there ever.
I felt it was the most people that I've encountered out there. Who said it wasn't the most?
Gina, she was out there for like 4 hours, so she was
Really?
like, it wasn't as packed as what it usually be, and I'd be like, really? Because that was crazy.
It was crazy.
The
It
black
was
people
beautiful.
came outside. There are several stations. We definitely got to set up next year and put a little spin on a little Juneteenth, okay? But there were several DJ setups. There was vendors. There was a lot of vendors this year.
And all kinds of groups. And vendors and everything. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful to see, but it was too hot. It was too hot.
It was too hot.
So we was only out there for a short while, and then we went home. We rested up a little bit. We went to chill with the family a little bit, and then we went to Joyride. The boat ride Joyride. And that was
and shout out to KP Media for stepping outside of Sorrel and Lime and giving us quality events again, because that's something that I missed. When he used to, what was it? Used to all on the water. Remember the series of boat rides?
Something on the water.
Something on the water, whatever it was. But I miss those. I used to look forward to those. So that was KP and Rum Crew. Shout out to them. Shout out. You know who else? Shout out to obviously Gary and Big Trini. But shout out to Cypress and Ghetto Hype. They're an unmatched duo in this dancehall reggae field. An unmatched duo. I think they almost flipped the boat over at one point.
Because I know at one point I was like, I think I'm gonna die.
Yeah, because bro, they started pulling a couple of songs, and then the money pull-ups came, and then it was good. Everybody was.
Is that what people were talking about over the weekend? I saw a couple of statuses.
Yeah,
about money pull-up.
Yo, the money pull-up be crazy. I mean, there was lots of events, so I think it was money pull-up going everywhere. But yo, when them gangster dancehall tunes come on. Bomba Clyde.
Listen, I said Bomba Clyde. Bomba Clyde. But that was a good time. We went to the after at Sorrel and Lime again. A good time. It was. I felt like Saturday. I summered.
Yeah,
I summered.
And I don't know if I can do that every week, but I want to go. I want to be outside.
Yeah.
But my stipulations are very stipulous.
Yeah.
It gotta be a day party. It gotta end by like 9 o'clock. 11 the latest. I gotta have one chair, and it got to have some AC or a big fan that I can be around.
Yeah, man.
Because I want to be outside.
Yeah.
Except that outside intimidates me.
Yeah.
So I've got to have some stipulations.
Does outside intimidate you?
It does.
It's hot, the heat.
It's heat, and I don't like people. The amount of people that want to have business-like conversations with me while I'm 2 sheets to the wind and on a boat ride and or in a time.
Shout out to freaking Missy, who was waiting for us to get drunk to have a conversation. I was like, Missy, I can't even see you right now. You don't get out my face talk about half a business conversation, okay? Missy.
But it don't even be just her. Everybody, I want to talk to you about something. Not now.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't even open my eye.
Yeah, man.
Like, I got my sunglasses on.
Funny. And then yesterday was a lovely day as well. It was started out good, and then we went to the Socoholics did their Kitties band launch for B Soca's Kitties Carnival, and it's called Futuristic Galaxies, right?
Something like that.
Oh my God! But what a
This is
the kids.
When people talk about vibes and culture and everything like that, what Socoholics continues to do, whether it be with their big band or their kiddies band, they've invested all of their energy into their kiddies band now. What an adorable little event.
It was.
What an adorable thing.
And the kids is who gonna carry it.
Yep.
The kids
Them
have
children
vibes.
are ready. They don't have no cell phones.
Yep.
They operate on vibes and fruit snacks.
Yep.
Like literally, that's it. Put on some music that they know. They will mouth every word. They are dancing. They are running. They don't want to be touched by their parents. They outside.
Lovely. And big shout out, of course, to Jadine Suka Diva, aka Auntie Jadine, who wrangles the kids in. She is the Pied Piper or something.
She is the child them sugar, okay? Because she is the child at heart, but she operates like a professional auntie.
Yeah.
She'll talk to them.
Yeah.
She will correct them.
Yeah.
She will do all of the things. As Jadine will be the official host of Boston's Kiddies Carnival.
Yeah.
So make sure that you guys are there and make sure that you guys bring your kids. Register the babies. This is for them. We don't care about what the big people doing because these kids are carrying our future.
Absolutely.
And I think it's amazing.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
So great
she's
weekend.
she reminds me of like a coach.
She's like the children whisperer.
What did she say yesterday? She said she was something, and it was like, yes, that's exactly what you are.
Carnival auntie, a garden.
Oh yeah, carnival auntie. And then of course we want to remind you guys today is the Ellie Fund and BBCEC Equity and Breast Care Symposium 2025. It is a free event. It's taking place today at Roxbury Community College from 2 to 6. You can go on to elliefund.org/events to register and hopefully be in attendance. I've heard such a lot of stories, cancer stories over the past week, and even breast cancer stories, and like get out there. There is awareness out there. There are places that you can go to, things that you can do for help and self-advocate for yourself.
And check your bubs.
Yeah, ma'am.
Make sure you touching them up in the shower, not all freaky. Just feel it and make sure it's good.
Yeah.
Or have somebody else do it.
Yeah. Yes. And ladies, there's always somebody volunteering to do it for you. It's crazy. It's wild. Wild work.
Journey will even do it for me.
My bobbies. Yeah. Good morning and welcome to Saucy and Friends. I think we're going to start the show now, right?
Let's go, people. Saucy and Friends officially starts right now.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387.
What is this, Doctor?
This is
Well, Spark of New England, Spark FM.
Bringing the heat back to the airwaves.
Turn us up.
All right, let's take a look.
This song is like
take it to the
the
max.
song of the summer, huh?
It pretty much is.
Yeah.
This right here and Mutt.
Bo, I'm a
songs
dog,
in
I'm a
it.
mutt.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a song. That's a song. And Cardi B gave the girls their anthem with Outside.
Cardi.
We played that this morning.
Outside. Love it. Good morning, everybody tuning in, checking in. Give us a share.
Cardi B. Every time she takes a little hiatus and comes back with something that's gonna help us get through the summer. And this one, shake it to the max. Shake it to the max.
And they said the Cardi B song was dropped in 36 minutes. What does that mean? It was the fastest single release in a long time or something like that. And I was like, well, I don't even know what that means, but that sounds great. Cardi B. Good for her.
I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna figure it out too.
Yeah.
Today is June 23rd. June 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
June 23rd. It is Monday, June 23rd. It is 9:33 in the morning. And hey, we've been telling you guys all since last week to be prepared. Be prepared. It's currently 84 degrees. It is 9:33. It's currently 84 degrees. It's going to reach a high of 93 degrees today. We got 10 more degrees to go over what we are. Tonight it's going to get back down to 73, but there is an extreme heat warning. These conditions are expected to last until 8 p.m. tomorrow, Tuesday. So today is 93 degrees. Tomorrow, Tuesday, is going to be a scorcher at 98 degrees. I repeat, 98 degrees. And then Wednesday, we're going to start to go back down to about 88. So we'll get a little bit cooler for the rest of the week. But for the next 2 days, I suggest that you guys start mapping out your escape route to a sprinkler system, a pool, a beach, a splash pad, whatever it is, or inside of your house in the air condition. Today is the day that you spend all your air condition energy and money on these next 2 days.
I'm gonna put y'all on right now to shop a lot, save a lot, price right, whatever it's called over there. Got air conditioners for $99.
Got to go get them.
Child, listen,
You got to go and get it.
I got me one too. I'm gonna get another one too.
Put it in the other room.
I'm gonna put it in the same room. I'm gonna have two in one room.
It's
Get
gonna be
10,000 BTUs.
Oh, wow. You're gonna be cold.
All the BTUs up in there. What am I gonna say? Oh, you want to? I'm gonna start the show. Yes.
Yes.
Listen now. I'm
Let's start the show.
All right.
On the way
Thousands.
news.
Oh, did you do it?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Thousands are expected at Fenway concert as heat emergency remains in effect. So there is a heat emergency. Remember, people, the pools opened up. So take them kids to the pool, to a sprinkler or something like that. More than 30,000 people are expected to pack Fenway Park on Monday for the Hoosier concert as a heat emergency remains in effect in Boston. Who is them? Who's Hoosier?
Who's Hozier?
I don't know. Forecasters warned of a temperature in the 90s through Tuesday and feels like temperatures of over 100 degrees. Concert goers will be allowed to bring a plastic and refillable water bottle and a mini fan to help stay cool. Boston is encouraging everyone in the city to stay safe with the second day of the heat wave. Sorry. Drink plenty of water. There's a little thing right in the middle of my thing and I can't get it out of here. There's drink plenty of water, limit time outside in the sun, and check on elderly neighbors. Splash pads are open at various parks and playgrounds throughout the city. Several city pools are also available for swimming. Find splash pad locations and pool locations when you look online. Select Boston centers for the youth and families. Community centers are open as cooling centers. A list of available centers can be found online. All centers will be available Monday and Tuesday during their normal operating hours. Boston.
Heat wave. Boston EMS will.
Hold on there now. I don't know what's going on.
To bring this.
Oh, something else. Go ahead.
Tony.
Typically see about a 10 to 15% increase in 911 phone calls. That's why the mayor's office is reminding everyone to stay hydrated. People can also cool off at community centers, public library locations, city pools, and splash pads. But for some folks, they're embracing the heat. For others, they're trying to stay cool as they get the best spot for tonight's show. Take a listen.
It's gonna be hot. It's definitely gonna be hot. We came prepared. We brought these a cooler full of frozen ice or frozen water bottles that we made last night, Gatorade, we got fans for that have like the water in them, and then we also got chairs with the shade on it.
And city officials are reminding everyone that children and pets should never be left alone in vehicles. They're also urging everyone to check on your elderly neighbors and watch for signs of the heat exhaustion. Now, here at Fenway, because of the heat we're going to be dealing with, concert goers are actually going to be allowed to bring in a plastic reusable water bottle.
Now it's going to be reusable with vodka.
Or
Casamigo.
They better not if they want to stay up. Stay up.
I can bring my little ice vodka and then just buy a bottle of ice there. A bottle of water there.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So Hoy's is a Irish musician. So you can bring out all the old Boston.
Oh, I was like, I forgot what you were talking about. I was like, what you saying?
The person performing out there.
What you saying? Oh, okay, that's who's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Hearing postponed again for a woman accused of posing as a Boston resident. And here's what we know: as a Boston student. Sorry, the little old lady that posed as a student.
She was not a little old lady.
The case of a woman She is a little old lady. The case of a woman accused of posing as a Boston high school student for years was scheduled for a hearing Monday morning, but that hearing has now been postponed until next week. 32-year-old Shelby Hewitt is accused of enrolling in 3 Boston high schools from 2021 to 2023, all while working for the Massachusetts Department of Children and Families. She was arrested in June of 2023 and is now facing forgery and fraud charges. A lobby conference to discuss a potential change of plea was scheduled for 9 a.m. in Suffolk Superior Court, but before it got started, the court said it had postponed until June 30th. The case is scheduled for trial early next year. Y'all, do y'all realize how fast June went through?
June said, it's too hot.
June said, I'm out. Ain't nobody got time for that. And came in and left. June is done this week.
Yep.
That's it. It's crazy. Anyhow, that's
I just now paid rent too, so I don't know what they
That's how it be. I got an update on it, so here we go.
Oh, go ahead, please. Thank you.
32-year-old Shelby Hewitt is accused of enrolling in 3 Boston high schools from 2021 to 2023, all while working for the State Department of Children and Families. She was arrested in June of 2023 and is now facing forgery and fraud charges. Hewitt has pleaded not guilty, and her lawyer says she has a history of mental illness. This was a short appearance here with the judge continuing the hearing until tomorrow.
Why are they postponing it? Why don't they just get this over with?
I think this been going on for how long? 2023 she was arrested. 2 years.
What is it that you guys have to do? She frauded the system several times. Either lock her up or put her on her probation or whatever. But let's be done with this. Like, where is she? What is she doing? Is she on house arrest? Like, what? Where is
That's a good
she?
question. I wonder if she's on bail.
Yeah, where is she?
She's not going to be in jail. So, like, what is she doing for 2 years? Just kind of hanging out, waiting for the court to happen?
She going to school?
She's going back to high school? Like, what is it? Where is she at?
All right, we'll do a follow-up. I'll do a follow-up and then let y'all know what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to follow that up. Now we're going to get into the foolishness that y'all was doing over the weekend. The foolishness. Crowd throws brick at a police car.
Oh, boy.
During an arrest.
Like, explain to me what?
Hostile crowd throws a cinder block through a Boston police car window. Where you think you are, L.A.? A Boston Police Department... I can't. Sorry. These things keep... The pop-ups pop across the whole screen.
And then then the little X to get out of it be mad small and unattainable.
You can't get it.
Yes.
A Boston Police Department cruiser was vandalized and a Brighton man was arrested on firearms charges Friday night after an encounter with a large group of police described as hostile and threatening. The incident unfolded around 9:21 p.m. in the vicinity of Almont Park on Orlando Street in Brighton. Officers noticed a gathering of about 20 individuals near the park. As the police cruiser drove through Orlando Street, 2 members of the group entered the park while 3 others approached the cruiser, according to a police statement. Following a brief interaction with the group, officers left the area. However, 2 individuals who had entered the park soon returned to the street, prompting police to request additional units to assist in dispersing the crowd. Upon arrival of reinforcements, the group's demeanor shifted, becoming what police characterized as hostile towards the officers. At this point, Joshua Villar Diaz, 21 of Brighton, was seen walking into the park again, according to police. Officers began following him, who repeatedly looked back at their location before sprinting, leading to a foot chase. During the pursuit, officers communicated via radio that Villar Diaz was clutching his waistband. Other officers positioned on the opposite side of the park noticed him running in their direction, still holding his waistband. Then they drew their firearms and ordered him to stop. The boy threw the Glock 43 to the side before putting his hands up. The firearm was found to contain 1 round in the chamber and 9 rounds in the magazine. Villar Diaz was arrested and is expected to be arraigned in Dorchester District Court on 4 firearm-related charges. Where was this? Where did this happen? Because didn't they say Almont Park in Brighton?
In Brighton, yeah.
But now he's going to be being arraigned in Dorchester District Court.
That was probably a typo.
It's all
clearly not Brighton at all.
Right?
Because didn't they story start off in Dorchester?
No, it started off in Brighton.
Oh.
At Orlando Street. I don't know what's going on here. So he's going to be arraigned in Dorchester District Court. As officers were detaining him, they received alerts from colleagues on Orlando Street indicating that the crowd was attempting to encircle them. Officers from various districts were then dispatched.
Did the crowd think that they were ICE?
I don't know.
Okay. The story is a little incorrect. So it says that it happened in Mattapan.
Oh, it did happen in Mattapan.
Yeah, because Orlando's over there off of Almont. So.
Okay. Yeah. At the top it says Brighton.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Oh no, it was a Brighton man, but it does say Almont Park and Orlando Street in Brighton. Anyhow. The crowd went around the place. They was trying to disperse. Police described many in the crowd as actively enticing violence and had threatened physical harm to the officers. After the situation was brought under control, officers discovered that their cruiser sustained damage. A cinder block was thrown through the rear windshield, shattering it, and a rear driver's side tire had been slashed. Why did they do that for?
So, it's rough times. Could have been.
I just feel like we fighting the wrong people.
Right.
We've got to be prepared.
What y'all do that?
We've got to be prepared to fight the people who gonna eventually come for us with this president in office, not each other, because that's crazy.
Go fight who might bomb us.
Go stand on the front lines of go enlist in the damn army if you guys are so stressed out and want to shoot
hostile,
so many people.
Yeah, that's crazy. A 21-year-old was killed in Roxbury. Boston police have identified the 21-year-old man who was killed in Roxbury on Thursday night. Boston police say they responded to the area of 163 Ruthven Street just around 10 p.m. Upon arrival, the officers found a man later identified as Tio Vernice of High Park with a gunshot wound. He was transported to the area hospital where he was pronounced deceased. Investigators say the shooting occurred inside a vehicle leading to a crash. The incident continues to be under investigation. 3 people shot in Dorchester.
So what? We was on fire yesterday. This weekend
because it was hot.
So let's talk. Let's park it right here.
Yeah.
When it's hot, why the hell would you be wanting to carry a loaded weapon and running through the streets, killing people? Ain't it too hot for that?
And ain't that gun heavy? And
yeah, and it's hot outside.
It's hot. Yeah.
You can't even see. You all sweating in your eye. You gotta look at people and try to shoot them. It's hot when you explode the weapon. It got a little residue. It's hot residue. Why are you doing that?
I don't know why they do that, but they shot 3 people in Dorchester late Sunday night, last night, and 3 people was hospitalized. Go on ahead.
There goes clip.
People shot in Dorchester last night. This was the scene on Wayland Street. Police say 2 of them are expected to survive, and the condition of the 3rd person is unknown.
That's over there by my
says
house.
They've never seen such a big police response.
They've never seen such.
I've never seen a scene this big where they block off basically.
Oh, they didn't come to my house the other night.
Everything.
Girl, that's nothing. That's by my house. That's at the corner. That's where you drop me off to walk.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh.
That's when you're going down and you're almost to Quincy, and then you go up this street right here. I think that's that street right there. That happened, girl. That happened all the time. Girl, that's happened all the time over there. That's normal.
But it does serve as a reminder if y'all got young children, young people, or family members in general, and they're going out when it's hot outside, they're going to a gathering or anything. Just make sure you can remind them to be aware,
vigilant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Know their exits as soon as they come in. Have a point person, certain thing,
Put your location. Give at least one person your location. Like I know people don't like to do. Like my dad asked me for my location. I was like, relax, bro. But somebody gotta have your location. I don't care who it is. I'm not one of those people that be looking at where you going anyways. But somebody got to have it in the time of emergency.
I be looking.
Where is this girl right now?
Where you are right now? Oh, okay. I see you in the car driving. 15-year-old Massachusetts teen died from injuries sustained in shooting, remembered as a happy boy. A Massachusetts teen has died from injuries sustained in a shooting at approximately 8:10 p.m. on Thursday, June 12th. Officers assigned to District D14 responded to a radio call for a person shot in the area of 178 Gordon Street in Alston. Upon arrival, officers located a 15-year-old juvenile, Philip Franco, outside of 7 Pomeroy Street, suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. The victim was transported by EMS to a local hospital where he remained until pronounced pronounced deceased on Tuesday. The cause and manner of his death is pending with the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. According to those who knew him, Philip studied at Mary Lyon Pilot High School and was a happy boy who was loved by everyone who knew and spent time with him. The homicide unit is actively investigating the facts and circumstances surrounding the incident, and anyone with information is strongly urged to contact the police. So they just found him outside, shot?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
This looks like the other young man, too.
Crazy. How old was it? 15 years old?
Yeah. Boston Calling has announced that it will not host a festival in 2026.
Tell me the rest of that story, because I feel like there's more like, oh, they will host it in 26.5.
I don't know, but we got to play the video because I don't know what they said. But they said.
I mean, Boston Calling, isn't that one of the ones that still do? I don't know. I've just have zero interest in it at all.
Well, they say they will return June 4th through 6th in 2027, but
I wonder. Let's get to the clip
Social
right
media.
now.
They thanked fans for a wonderful 2025, but said the festival will take a, quote, gap year. Of course, Boston Calling debuted in 2013 at City Hall Plaza. It moved to the Harvard Athletic Complex 4 years later. This year, festival organizers made some changes to address complaints about overcrowding. They say when the show returns in 2027, it'll be a week later, from June 4th through the 6th. The Boston Calling Music Festival will not take place in 2026.
All right.
That's fine. Like, are people going to be very upset?
I don't think so. This is a very white event.
It is.
So, you know, they got a whole bunch that go on throughout everywhere else. So that's odd.
Yeah, okay, because I mean, I'm guessing a lot of people like to go and that they're, you know, excitable, but I don't feel like it would be a big loss upon the city. I don't think so at all. So yeah, take a gap year. Sometimes that's what you got to do.
I went one time to the Roots when the Roots was there.
At City Hall, right?
Yeah, when it was at City Hall. But I've never. I even wasn't Megan Thee Stallion there last year.
I think so.
Yeah, but I still didn't.
Yeah, like it wasn't a really. It's not marketed to our demographic at all.
No.
So it's not like something that that's too bad for those who value it. But
yeah,
you'll be all right.
Yeah.
And then dozens rally in Boston after the U.S. enters war with Iran and Israel. So protesters gathered in Boston Sunday afternoon to rally against any further attacks after the United States intervened in the war between Iran and Israel over the weekend. The U.S. dropped 30,000-pound bombs on a uranium enrichment site early Sunday, raising urgent questions about what remains of Tehran's nuclear program and how it weakened military might respond.
Oh, boy.
Organizers say the rally near the MBTA's Park Street station drew more than 200 people, carrying banners and signs and calling for an end to any further U.S. military attacks on Iran. Protesters say, go ahead.
Organizers say more than 200 people gathered near Park Street Station in Boston just over 12 hours after the U.S. military hit targets inside Iran.
Money for jobs and education.
Holding signs denouncing the U.S. attacks on Iranian targets, these protesters near the Common calling for an end to any U.S. involvement inside Iran.
We do not need to have wars all over the world. Diplomacy was going and we were ready to actually negotiate, but then this started and it just takes the whole area into a chaos that we don't need.
It's been a pretty rough relationship, you can say.
Barak Sella is an Israeli-American currently in Tel Aviv. He is also a research fellow at Harvard's Mid-East Initiative Project. Barak has studied the 40-plus year tenuous relationship between the U.S. and Iran.
Many other countries who are just saying it quietly are not going to accept concessions or compromise. They want a full dismantlement of the Iranian nuclear program and reassurances that they won't be able to achieve a nuclear weapon.
Peace and freedom. I think that's the only thing matters, just peace and freedom.
Sohail Fatih owns a Charlestown bakery. He came to America 8 years ago and is now a U.S. citizen. Much of his family is back in Iran. There is limited phone and internet service since Saturday's attack, but says he feels like many Iranians back home.
No one wants war. I don't think either of us as a people wants war. Even I think American, they don't want war because this is a huge money going there, and we can use that money in a better way. I'm just hoping for the peace and what is the best for the people.
So he says, like most Americans, Iranians have three desires in common: to take care of their families, to work, and to save money for the future. Live in the newsroom, I'm Ted Wayman, WCVB.
So,
oh man,
clearly we'll get into that in our national news so that we can dig deeper into that. And don't worry, I got my chat GPT up and running and working so that we can get some 5th grade level explanation of what is to come and what is happening. Good morning to all of you guys just checking in right now. If you are checking in, go ahead and give it up a share, as when we come back, we'll get into a little bit of war talk and what that means for us here in America.
Yep.
With that said, we're going to take a quick commercial. That was the last one, right? Take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back to get into the effery.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
You are now listening to Spark FM.
Moonbox Productions is thrilled to present the Boston New Works Festival, taking place June 26th to June 29th at the Calderwood Pavilion and the Boston Center for the Arts. The Boston New Works Festival is a weekend-long festival of celebrating new original plays by local playwrights. 7 original plays, 5 different stages, and 1 wild weekend. Tickets are $25 per show. Pay what you wish. Tickets are available at the box office. Get your tickets now at BostonTheaterScene.com. That's June 26th to June 29th. The Boston New Works Festival.
Got a side hustle you want to turn into a real business? Thinking of expanding your brand or launching your next big idea? Then this is for you. It's Vibes and Ventures, a 3-part Caribbean business series designed to empower you, the entrepreneurs, creatives, and small business owners of our community. Join us at the Spark Media and Culture Center, 1195 Blue Hill Ave, from 6:30 to 8 p.m. And yes, it's completely free. June 5th, getting your paperwork right. June 12th, brick and mortar and commercial acquisitions. June 26th, marketing and social media strategy. Meet some of Boston's most successful Caribbean entrepreneurs, get expert advice, and build the connections you need to take your hustle to the next level. This is your moment. Don't miss it. Vibes and Ventures, where business meets culture and community turns vision into legacy.
Each and every Saturday night from 6 to 9 p.m. inside the Avenue, where you bring the drinks and we bring the vibes. My name is Gary Banton alongside my co-host Big Trini, right here in SparkFMOnline.com, the #1 place for soca, hip-hop, R&B, and more. Each and every Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. It's the Avenue.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious, which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Looking for a meaningful way to engage with your community and make a difference? Volunteer with the Massachusetts Senior Medicare Patrol Program and help prevent Medicare fraud. Visit masmp.org. This project is supported by a grant from the U.S. Administration for Community Living.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
FM.
I know you nasty. She be touching on her own body.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna show me the way.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up.
Daddy Nolan, take me loving and breathe.
Spark FM.
Oh boy. All right, so the other day, when was it? Saturday?
Yep, Saturday.
Donald Trump tweeted, or he posted a truth. Because his social media site is what it's called? Truth Social. So he posted a tweet on Truth Social that pretty much, where is that one? Trump social media post Iran. I want to get the correct wording from you. He says, is it this one?
I got you.
You know, I'm tired. Well, this was the first one. Iran should have signed the deal. He tweets so much. You know, like,
I always think, is this really him? Do y'all?
No, me too. Like, is this serious?
And the thing is and unfortunately for you guys, he is dead serious. Because of the fact that this man gives us our news briefs via social media. And I don't know what that means. So on, I forget what day it was. He says, we have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo. All planes are now safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter. You drop a goddamn bomb on Iran, and now is the time for peace?
Now is the time for peace. Yeah.
You gonna throw a rock at me and then be like, hey, now's the time for peace?
Yeah.
Now is the time for peace. So I asked ChatGPT to just give us a little summation of what is going on. Has a war started and were bombs dropped on Iran? A full-scale war between Israel and Iran began on June 13, 2025, when Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, targeting Iranian nuclear and military infrastructure. This included airstrikes on Tehran and other cities. Iran retaliated with missiles and drone strikes against Israel. Just recently, though, on June 21st, the United States, under the administration of President Trump, joined the conflict by conducting a major strike on Iran's 3 key nuclear sites. B-2 bombers dropped several 30,000-pound bunker-busting bombs, reportedly obliterating primary targets, plus Tomahawk cruise missiles were used. Trump describes the operation as very successful and said now is the time for peace. Now, what does this mean? This is the first direct U.S. involvement in the Israeli-Iran conflict, a significant escalation. The strikes targeted underground nuclear facilities at Fordo and Natanz, along with the Afshan complex, and were executed using heavy bunker buster bombs. Israeli strikes earlier this month hit dozens of Iranian sites across 6 cities, including Tehran and all these other places. Iran has responded with waves of missiles and drone attacks on Israel. Both sides report hundreds of casualties. The bottom line is, yes, bombs were dropped on Iran by the U.S., marking a major expansion on the conflict. A war has indeed started, with Israel and Iran on war since June 13th, and U.S. forces actively striking Iran's nuclear infrastructure on June 21st. What's next? Will Iran escalate further, possibly targeting U.S. forces or broader regional assets? The international community is urging de-escalation. Diplomatic avenues are being explored, though U.S. and Israeli leadership offer stern ultimatums. Casualty and damage assessments are ongoing for both civilian and military targets. So that's pretty much it. It is not the signal of World War III just yet. Only because Iran has not made their next move on whether they are going to strike some of our things. We know that these people do not just come over here with their military weapons. They use things like planes into buildings, planes into the Pentagon, planes into crowded structures. That's what we know. We also know that Iranian people have been living amongst us. Not saying that those are them, but we don't know who is who from what is what.
Friendly, hostile.
It has also been reported that the 3 sites that they dropped the bombs on, Iran knew about them and been moved their nuclear weapons and operations outside of these places. Yeah. Wow. So we don't know if the bombs that America dropped on them were actually successful. We know they blew up something. We also know that just because they blew up the bomb sites doesn't mean that would blow up other things. I was like, wouldn't that be blown up? But they're just pretty much like how they described it is baking the cake. All of the things are around there. They have not baked the cake in order for you to eat the stuff yet. So there's nothing that can explode yet. So we don't actually know what happened or what was successful. We cannot move to panicking just yet. Even so, we don't know what their plans are, so I'm not sure how that's going to whatever. Tristan has a little clippage here that we'll get into. Maybe that explains a little bit more. But you guys do not have to run for your lives. You should, however, start building your bunkers and getting licensed to carry.
Hello.
Johnson in New York at ABC News headquarters. We're coming on the air at this hour because we have breaking news. President Trump has just announced on social media that the U.S. has just completed 3 successful attacks on 3 nuclear sites in Iran. This is the post that he put out just a short time ago. We have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter. That statement from President Trump right there, if you'll remember, he gave a 2-week deadline for him to consider whether or not he was going to use those bunker-busting bombs on that Iranian nuclear site. And now the president making that decision tonight.
This is what Ivy League University.
There's also been talks, which I can't figure out what is right or wrong here. I can't figure it out by the explosive polar opposites of this debate. Whether it was a legal move for Trump to drop those bombs without the approval of Congress.
Right.
Which I don't know what that means. I didn't dig enough. I'll ask ChatGPT.
I did do it, and shout out to my neighbor here. He's a vet. He always keeps me informed on what's going on. He told me that there have been other presidents in the past that have done the same thing.
Barack did it. Bush did it. Biden did it apparently, but I don't know. Is that illegal? Is it illegal? What is the procedure here?
I think what it is he didn't declare war. So if he was declaring war, he would have had to go through Congress. But he was just, doing a couple of things.
See, and that's where it gets confusing because for about, for many years, Netanyahu has been trying to get the U.S. leadership or presidents to go forth with, being on their side with dropping bombs in Iran. And all of the presidents prior to that have said, no. I think since like 1995 or 1999, one of these things. All of them have said, no, we're not getting involved. Obama, in reading, had sat and did a successful negotiation with Iran that said, y'all can't do this. Stop building these nuclear weapons. Chill out. We'll chill. Y'all chill. Everybody chill out. Trump, when he became president after that, decided that he could negotiate a better contract with Iran. He never was able to after he nixed that negotiation with Obama. So we've just been kind of just floating around off of the strength of good vibes, thinking that this wasn't going to happen. And now Trump is now president again and escalating things instead of de-escalating things. He's nowhere close to an actual real negotiation because nobody wants to even talk to Trump. So I don't really know what is happening.
I think Trump is living out his wildest dreams, and he's like, let me just do everything that I ever wanted to do now that I am in this position right here. I have gotten away with murder, so to speak, and so now I can do whatever I want, and this is what I'm going to do. I don't care who has anything to say about it. Yes, Obama might have did it. Yes, whoever else might have done it, but they didn't do it for pomp and circumstance. They did it because it was what was needed to be done at the time, I guess. But Trump is just doing these things just because he can. That's what I think. Trump has put no thought into any of this stuff. He's just out there acting wild, and it's crazy. And I think that, he needs to be put down.
I'm not sure if this is true, but Snyder said that the president has 3 months to go through war until Congress can vote to appeal it. So
from Leroy, he says, Leroy is my chat GPT. He says, war. I put in, this is, I got to find information quick. The U.S. Constitution says only Congress has the power to declare war. That's Article 1, Section 8. The president, however, is commander-in-chief, Article 2, Section 2, and can take limited military action without prior approval in emergencies or to protect national interests. Key laws and precedents. So basically, like Tristan said, he cannot declare actual war without Congress because only Congress can declare actual war, which I don't think makes any difference right now because don't Trump control Congress right now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ain't he passing as many things as he can through however interviews? I know that he's been stopped for a lot of things, but right now he's been getting away with a lot of whatever. Is it illegal? Not necessarily illegal outright, but it's controversial and may be unconstitutional if the strikes escalates into prolonged war without congressional approval, a violation of the War Powers Resolution if Trump didn't inform Congress within 48 hours or intends prolonged engagement without authorization, and Congress or the courts would need to challenge it for it to be ruled illegal. That hasn't happened yet. Which is crazy because I've seen a lot of Congress people saying that it was so wrong and putting out these big statements and yada, yada, yada. Why he ain't take it to the court?
Yeah, and that's what I've been seeing. I've been seeing a lot of these these MAGA people going against all of this stuff, all of him doing this, and it looks like people are pretty upset. A lot of Trump voters are speaking out, posting on Reddit and threads and all the things about how they're so mad that they voted for Trump because he said there were going to be no more wars and all of this stuff.
So I guess that's the biggest thing because one of his biggest platforms that he ran on was that he was going to stop all the wars and he wasn't going to start no war. And he made it a big thing to be like, Kamala is a warmonger and she's going to be the reason why we start World War III. When it's been documented over and over that Kamala did say that if Trump becomes president, within 6 months, we would be dropping bombs on Iran. Yeah. In totality. This is exactly what he has done. It has been less than 6 months, and Trump has already dropped the bombs in a place where those people got a lot of holdback. Yeah. I was like, what's so wrong about Iran? Why they were like, Iran is one of those people who like to do really bad things all the time. They shouldn't have weapons of mass destruction because they're not really, that's the government. Yeah. They're not really, peaceful people in that respect. So that's why they shouldn't have it. Yeah, they should be able to protect themselves, but they're a little bit irrational at most times. The civilians, we're not talking about civilians. We're not talking about the domesticated Iranians, all of those. Those are just innocent people like us. But their government, like our government, is hostile and a little tapped. Yeah. So we don't really know what to do. All the people here in America is like, yo, it ain't us. It's them. Bomb them first, not us. Please.
We got a couple of comments there.
So let's see what they're saying here. Trump mad y'all didn't make it to his birthday party. Trump. So yeah, he's the commander in chief. The president has 3 months to go through war until Congress can vote to appeal it. We don't want you to go back. We don't want you to manufacture bombs, so we will drop bombs to stop it. So, Schneider, listen, this is all very new to me. Before having radio, bro, I think I wouldn't have cared. But now I am hyper aware, and I'm doing all kinds of research to try to break this down. Tomorrow is Super Tuesdays. So not only will we be discussing local politics, but we'll definitely have someone, whether it be Carlos or Javi, that calls in tomorrow just to kind of give us a realistic understanding of what we should be doing right now, how we should be moving, I guess. I don't know what to tell y'all. It's crazy out here.
It's wild. Protect your neck.
Protect your neck. Child, boy.
Yep.
Moving on. I don't know if there's anything to move on to, but the MAGA movement is now divided, though. Listen, the MAGA is, the girls are definitely continually to fight. So, Donald President, whatever it is, whoever y'all leading right now, sphere of conservative media influencers, many of whom have expressed skepticism before his decision to bomb Iranian nuclear facilities, is divided over the president's dramatic move to strike. Many of its most prominent figures rallied around Trump, but others sharply criticized the decision and said that they said they want to see more explanation than his brief Saturday night speech of a warned of a drawn-out conflict. This is his Saturday night speech that he gave after that. Let's listen to this.
Massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime, Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this.
Golly.
Sorry.
Because, Jesus. I don't even want to hear him say words. Like, I'm listening to it and like, it sounds like brain rot.
Yeah.
It sounds like what the children listen to.
Brain rot.
It is 100% brain rot. Like, it just, his base has been turning on him. Even people like Candace Owens and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Ooh.
Tucker Carlson. I mean, we have other people like Charlie Kirkland, who is a media personality, who is praising Trump and literally on his knees, rummaging around, having a good old time, wiping his face and all kind of stuff for Trump. It is just very disgusting to me how no matter... Trump used to talk so much trash about people like Obama, and if Obama did this, he's gonna do this, and he's weak, and he gotta drop a bomb because he's weak, and he don't have no negotiation skills, and he's this and he's that. And you're literally doing every single thing that you have yelled and threw tantrums at every other president doing. And I don't understand why his base literally overlooks that. How come they can't see that? What's happening? I don't get it.
I think that I think that Trump is basing his whole presidency on Obama. He has this thing, this hard on for Obama. Yeah. And he's trying to like outdo whatever Obama did. Whatever Obama did, I'm gonna do it times 10. And that's wild work and disturbing to be so envious of somebody.
For what? Because like somebody said it the other day, I can't remember where it was, but her name is Tazlin, I think it is. She was on, she did a press, here it is. Let's just listen to this.
Out of his mouth. Everywhere he goes is Trump, Trump, Trump. What's wrong with Barack?
Well, guess what? The same thing is wrong with Trump. They keep talking about Barack Obama. They talked about Barack, or how you've been talking about him the last 30 minutes, or all of the Republicans. Just to be honest with you, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, Jesse. You know, one minute you say Barack Obama's too classy, and the next minute y'all say Representative Crockett is too over the top. So which one do you want? Should they meet you where you are, meet you where you're at, which I agree with. You want to get ugly? Let's get ugly. You want to be polite? Let's go Barack Obama. To be honest with you, I agree. The 2008 and 2012 strategies don't work anymore. You need to fight fire with fire. And it appears that Representative Jasmine Crockett, who I know you folks love talking about her, she seems to be meeting Trump right where he's at with the same type of rhetoric.
All right, well,
like, this is how I don't believe in these peaceful conversations. I don't believe in not hitting below the belt. I don't believe in not matching energies with these Republicans and these MAGA people. And I think that we need to start getting, like fighting fire with fire. Ooh, BLM, J6, stupid. J6. Y'all mad at a couple of targets getting burnt down, but you're not mad at these people killing police officers and hurting them and stuff like that? How y'all overlook that?
Is there gonna
nothing?
Is there gonna be a draft?
Probably. Somebody said on the internet today, well, all of you guys, all of the libtards talking about they're not going to the draft. You probably won't qualify anyways. Good, stupid. Ain't nobody want to qualify for the war.
Yeah.
Who wants to qualify to go to war?
Yeah.
People don't even want to qualify for jury duty. What makes you think they want to qualify to go to war? I don't understand.
Send them proud guys, proud boys, and the Trumpers and the MAGA.
Hello. And again, all of the trans people, this ain't y'all fight. This ain't y'all fight. All of the gay people, all of the black people, this is not y'all fight. Y'all stand down. At ease, soldier. At ease. Stand down.
Stand down.
Keeping it going.
I know a lot of military parents are upset about this too, because they're like, now you done threw my child into some foolishness that they shouldn't be in, and you should mind your GD business. I think Trump is absolutely reckless, and if this isn't grounds for impeachment, then I don't know what is. I don't know what to do. But we got to impeach him and his whole cabinet, because I don't want J.D. Vance.
Hasn't he been impeached twice?
He's been impeaching his first time, yeah.
Twice the first time.
Yeah.
Let's see. He's going to set a record for being the most impeached. And then he's going to be like, I was impeached more times than Obama ever was impeached. Anyway. Next.
Security guard kills Michigan church gunman preventing large-scale mass shooting. That's crazy that we in the church, right?
Yeah, in church.
An alleged active shooter intent on attacking a Michigan church on Sunday was shot and killed by a security guard who prevented a large-scale mass shooting, police said. The shooting unfolded around 11:15 a.m. local time at the Cross Point Community Church in Detroit suburb of Wayne, according to the Wayne Police Department. We are grateful for the heroic actions of the church's staff members who undoubtedly saved many lives and prevented a large-scale mass shooting. The gunman was identified as Brian Anthony Browning, 31, from Romulus, Michigan. His motivations are unknown, according to police, though officials said he appeared to be suffering from a mental health crisis. Browning had no criminal history. His mother is a member of the church, and the suspect attended.
His mother is a member of the church that he was shooting up.
Terrible.
Wow.
And the suspect attended 2 or 3 services over the course of the last year. Police said the suspect exited a Nissan truck wearing a tactical vest, armed with a long gun and handgun. When he approached the church building and began firing his weapon, several staff members from the church approached the gunman. Police said, adding that a parishioner struck the gunman with his vehicle as the gunman shot the vehicle repeatedly.
Damn.
At least 2 staff members shot the gunman, causing fatal wounds. One staff member, a member of the security team, was shot once in the leg by the suspect. They underwent a successful surgery and are expected to recover. Let's go to this clip here.
Outside a Michigan church, police say church staffers helped prevent a large-scale mass shooting. Frightening moments at this church service near Detroit after a gunman opened fire outside the church. Police investigating this Facebook live stream. Inside the Crosspoint Community Church, people seen scrambling to exit.
Please, everybody come to the back.
After hearing what sound like gunshots. Ring camera video near the church also capturing what seemed to be multiple rounds of gunfire.
Oh my gosh.
Police say parishioners outside saw the gunman driving recklessly, then get out of his vehicle wearing a tactical vest, carrying a rifle and a handgun. They say he began firing as he approached the church. That's when one parishioner and multiple church staffers confronted him.
A parishioner struck the gunman with his vehicle as the gunman shot the vehicle repeatedly. At least 2 staff members shot the gunman, causing fatal wounds.
Authorities credit church staff with killing the suspect, a 31-year-old man believed to have been suffering from a mental health crisis.
We are grateful for the heroic actions of the church's staff members, who undoubtedly saved many lives and prevented a large-scale mass shooting.
One church staff member was shot in the leg. Police say the shooter's mother is a member of the church. The shooter had no criminal past.
Terry Bill.
She gonna be embarrassed going to church like how Terry and Demetrius' mama was.
Boy.
Terrible. What scares me is that this is gonna get more frequent because as all this fear mongering and everything going on, everybody they're off balance right now. People
I agree.
Off balance. The
I
economy's
agree
messed up.
Yeah. Everybody's a mess right now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's only going to get worse, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody's just terrible.
A
We're in a
mess.
bad mental state.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
As I told you, I know that Trump is trying to destroy America. I know that's the agenda. I know he's talking about make America great again by getting rid of it altogether.
A 22-year-old man was arrested after allegedly attempting to marry a 9-year-old girl at Disney's Paris in a fake ceremony.
What'd you just say?
I don't even know what I just read. I don't know, Tristan.
What the hell?
A British man was arrested after allegedly attempting to stage a fake wedding to a 9-year-old girl at Disneyland Paris. What? The man, 22 years old, allegedly was the groom in a staged ceremony that was scheduled to occur the morning of Saturday, June 21st, in front of the park's Sleeping Beauty Castle. According to the Sunday Times, he told police that the goal was to ultimately make a video for social media per the outlet. Authorities were first alerted to the potential issue after Disneyland Paris staff noticed that the bride at a pre-scheduled wedding appeared alarmingly young, per the Sunday Times. The outlet additionally reported that authorities discovered that the wedding guests were hired actors who had been bussed into the park for the event and given few details about what was scheduled to occur. Alexandre Vernet, assistant prosecutor for this department, the Sunday Times, that the child has received a medical examination and it was determined that she was unharmed. Verdi told the outlet that 4 people were arrested in connection with the incident: the British groom, the child's mother, who was 41 years old, Ukrainian woman, and 2 Latvian nationals, ages 24 and 55. What the hell am I reading?
So what? It was just a stunt. It was a prank.
I guess so.
I don't know.
We all thought we were going to attend a wedding, one person said. Everyone was stunned. No one expected it. Disneyland did things very well, the man added. They canceled everything as soon as they realized the bride was a child. We were shocked to see that. People reached out to Disney. So what the hell?
They were just making a video for social media.
That the British man allegedly told authorities that the wedding was fake and intended to be filmed for social media. What was it that you were planning for social media, to show a teen bride getting fake married?
And not even a teen bride.
A 9-year-old?
A 9-year-old. But so what? Yeah. And so you spent all that money and like arranged for a wedding and all of that to do, like people got it like that they could do that?
That would have went viral in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because you are marrying a 9-year-old, whether it be fake or not. Like, what would be the appeal to me watching a 9-year-old get married at Disneyland Paris?
And then how many likes do you get for that? Like, how much money do you make from that foolishness? That's crazy.
Y'all just be doing whatever you want out here, and I don't like that.
Everybody's wild. Everybody's crazy.
Thunder knockoff Pacers wins the first championship in franchise history.
The finals are over.
Oh, really?
Yes, last night.
They went to the Super Bowl?
Yep, pretty much, yeah.
Really? It's done?
I'm quiet because I have no clue, too.
Yep.
I thought it was another playoff game. It's done?
It's done. They won last night.
They're going to get a parade?
Yeah.
Is the parade one?
Yes.
Oh, damn, I would have watched this then.
So one of the people from the other team, from the Pacers, I think his name is Pete Hegseth. He's the real one from the Pacers. He got hurt last night in the end and allowed the Thunder to come back and win the championship. What's his name? Something like, it sounds like Pete had said.
Let me get into it.
What's his name?
The Oklahoma City Thunder completed an amazing season after winning an NBA best 68 games and holding the #1 defensive rating in the league. The Thunder have reached the mountaintop for the first time since the franchise moved out of Seattle to Oklahoma back in 2008. The franchise technically won a championship as the Supersonics back in 1979.
Oh, they were
I remember the Supersonics. But the team left its Seattle history behind after the move to Oklahoma City. So this is considered the first title in Thunder history after a 103-91 win in Game 7 over the Indiana Pacers, who lost Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
to injury in the first half. The Thunder used a big third quarter when they outscored the Pacers 34-20 thanks to a swarming defense and a classic OKC scoring avalanche on its way to winning the title. MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 29 points, 12 assists, and 5 rebounds to lead OKC, while Jalen Williams had 20 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds, and Chet Holmgren had 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 blocks in the terrific effort.
Wow.
Now the party is on. The Thunder are a young and hungry group that could be the next dynasty in the league. Of course, time will tell as teams now gear up to beat them, but this could be the beginning for the iteration of the Thunder as Gilgeous-Alexander, Williams, Holmgren, and Lou Dort continue to grow.
They won one championship, and now y'all setting them up to be the next dynasty? They won one.
They won one before when they was the Supersonics.
Oh, my Lord.
Let's go a little bit to the clip there.
Yes.
Shooter Tyrese Halliburton hitting 3 deep threes.
Definitely not Pete.
Then, while making another move toward the basket, his right leg appears to just...
Oh, no.
He looks hurt. The Thunder coming up with the ball and a bucket on the other end, while Halliburton, who had been playing through a strained right calf, pounded the court in pain and emotion. He was helped off and never returned.
I didn't get him a wheelchair.
Shout out to OKC.
It shows strength to walk them out.
Jason Tatum got in a wheelchair, cried his way out.
He's light skinned.
So is Halliburton.
Oh yeah, Halliburton is just as light. Maybe it's different kind. Maybe it's different kind of light skins wherever you go from.
Leave light skins alone.
Fresh Jan.
Y'all got everybody in the comment section. Yeah, boy.
What's wrong with y'all? Leave us alone.
We knew what we was talking about.
I gave you guys an excellent rundown of what happened.
I was talking about halibut.
Halibut. And what was the name? Googly goo. Googly goo. Googly goo.
Well, good shout out to them. What the name is again?
Thundercats.
The Thunder, not the Thundercats.
Not the Thundercats. Thunder.
Thunder what? Thunder?
Oklahoma Thunder.
Oh, okay.
Good for them.
Thunder. All right, nice.
I'm happy for them. They deserve it.
Everybody deserves it.
Everybody deserves to win something.
The other team should get participation.
Everybody get
trophies.
Anyhow, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll come back with our entertainment report. We'll see what is going on with y'all peoples outside. Mm-hmm. They outside. We.
Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
You are now listening to Spark FM.
Eunice Production, Friends Lifestyle Group presents their 9th annual Togetherness Boat Ride. It's the Animal Print Edition. Happens to be Saturday, July the 19th. Morning times at 7 p.m. We sail at 8 p.m. sharp. There's going to be 2 floors of music. Your Latin DJ, DJ Sergio, DJ Alfredito, DJ Yomi. And your Caribbean DJ, Hugh Major, and Vital Rhythms. Featuring live performances by Yo Fugo, Junta Group, and Tempo Rhythm International. Sound system provided by Ross Entertainment. This is all going to be taking place at 70 Rose Wharf. Get your tickets right now at togetherness.eventbrite.com. Regular tickets are $65. Same day tickets are $75. It's a 21+ event. And do remember there's a drinks inclusive party bus available to and from the dock for only $60. For more information, contact 617-719-3972 or 646-379-4889. It's the 9th annual Togetherness Boat Ride. Get your tickets now.
Prioritize your mental well-being with Kuji Jakalia Wellness Center, a Black woman-owned therapy practice committed to culturally affirming care that understands you. Our licensed therapists specialize in personalized care, offering virtual sessions Monday through Friday by appointment because your healing should fit your schedule.
At Kuji Wellness, we embrace the principle of Kuji Jakalia, meaning self-determination, the power to define, create, and speak for ourselves. Your healing journey is yours to own, and we're here to support you every step of the way. We also offer individual, child, couple, and family therapy, helping families connect, heal, and thrive together.
Visit us at kujiwellness.com and book your appointment, because when you heal, the community heals too.
Got a side hustle you want to turn into a real business? Thinking of expanding your brand or launching your next big idea? Then this is for you. It's Vibes and Ventures, a 3-part Caribbean business series designed to empower you, the entrepreneurs, creatives, and small business owners of our community. Join us at the Spark Media and Culture Center, 1195 Blue Hill Ave, from 6:30 to 8 p.m. And yes, it's completely free. June 5th, getting your paperwork right. June 12th, brick and mortar and commercial acquisitions. June 26th, marketing and social media strategy. Meet some of Boston's most successful Caribbean entrepreneurs, get expert advice, and build the connections you need to take your hustle to the next level. This is your moment. Don't miss it. Vibes and Ventures, where business meets culture and community turns vision into legacy.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made real estate easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you know mess with the way you are gonna see a million. We got the Congo long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I know that life is not easy. No say we are for win. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we on and we going crazy.
R&B.
You could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
Everybody
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Da-dee-doo-dee-doo-doo-doo. Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the morning. We are back. We are just off of our national news. And we're into our entertainment news. And you know, we haven't touched base on a lot of these things recently. We'll end it with the Diddy wrap up and figure out what's going on with them. We haven't really been digging too deep into that, but
they're saying this might be the final week.
Yeah.
Really?
They said that they think that the sides will rest this week.
And from what we know, well, we'll get into that. I'll get into y'all thoughts after.
Get in, you gonna do some getting.
Beyonce and Jay-Z get surprise revenge against Kanye West in Paris. The Carters aren't playing fair. What happened?
What is that about? I saw that. I wasn't sure what it was.
Beyonce and Jay-Z took their lick back at Kanye West in front of an 80,000 strong crowd in Paris. The power couple, in a very surprising move, took to the stage at the final night of the international leg of the Cowboy Carter tour. However, Jay-Z switched up his lyrics to throw shade at West, who attacked his twin children, Rumi and Sir Carter, in an online rant. For night 3 at Stade de France in Paris, Beyonce blew fans' minds by bringing a surprise guest, her husband Jay-Z. She performed their 2003 hit single Crazy in Love. It marks their first time performing together in 7 years. Wow. As seen in the fan record video online, the rap mogul dressed in all black stormed the stage rapping as the crowd went wild. Queen Bee, also wearing an all-black look comprising of a crop top and bedazzled pants with chaps, danced alongside her husband. After rapping his verse, Jay-Z and Beyonce sweetly blew each other kisses, after which the singer exited, allowing the billionaire to entertain the roaring crowd. For his solo scene, Hove, as he fondly called, performed the 2011 song Negroes in Paris, which he co-released with West for their collaborative studio album. Switching up the lyrics, the rapper sang, "Gold bottles, scold models, Spilling ace on my sick J's, ball so hard. Bitch behave, just might let you meet Bay, replacing Ye with his wife's name. Fans notice Jay-Z's dig at Kanye West. Jay-Z joins Beyonce to perform Crazy in Love for the Cowboy Carter tour, and this is what they say. It said it didn't take long for fans to notice the name switch and call it out online. You see, he's over Kanye and his mess. He changed the lyrics, one fan observed on X. Another supporter, The Jab, writing, "Don't blame it. Talk about my damn kids. You dead to me forever." A third fan noted the Carters aren't playing fair, while another added, "Yes, Kanye is dead to him for real." Others noticed that Donda rapper will soon come online and rant about being excluded from their performance. Prediction, Ye is going to declare how hurt he is at being erased from the song. Of course, he already forgotten all the ish he's said and done to that family, because that's how we do the fan pen. And I'm glad.
Yep.
Little subtle jabs like that do hurt people with big egos like Kanye West.
Yeah.
So good for him.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z don't got to do too much.
Yeah. Not at all.
I like that a lot. You don't got to make a big statement. You don't got to make a whole diss track. All you got to do is your subtle approach to deading somebody. You are dead to me.
Yeah.
That's it. Good.
Good.
Bastard ass.
Yeah.
Hate him. People, keeping on with West, people want Bianca Censori to be charged with public indecency after edible candy outfits done. Is this a different? She was naked again?
Yep, she was naked this past weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but where'd she come from to be naked again?
Beyonce Censori turned heads and raised eyebrows after the weekend. Bianca. Weekend.
Uncensored.
When she stepped into New York City wearing a fully edible candy bra and underwear set while accompanying her husband. Also, they're back. The 30-year-old model or nudist flaunted the colorful two-piece look, completing the jaw-dropping ensemble with silver pumps and a dark wig with blunt bangs. Meanwhile, West opted for a more low-key, sinister look in a gray sweatpants and black pants, a gray sweatshirt and black pants as the couple headed into the local studio. Can we see the picture? While Bianca Censori's skin-bearing look quickly went viral, many fans were less than impressed. I think that we're over her naked ass.
Yeah.
To be very honest with you, I think that she's a disgusting person, and I think that she should absolutely be 100% arrested. And there's no reason why her and Kanye have not been arrested.
Oh, Jesus. Look at her.
You
Not
see it?
arrested, but
No, arrested for indecent exposure. Put her in handcuffs, put a jacket over her, put her in the back of a squad car, and take her somewhere and put clothes on her and tell her she is banned from being naked. Because how come everybody? Jesus Christ!
Oh, that night.
It's not. She has some of the longest titties
Those are
I've ever
long.
seen in my life. They are udders at most.
This is she don't never put them in a bra.
Cause what? This is not even a bra. She looks like a whore.
She looks like a fembot.
I can't.
Oh, and then she was just walking around in that.
Oh, she's just walking around like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
While he is in the polar opposite. Like, what are we trying to do? Who can wear the most clothes? Who can wear basic versus who can wear the less amount of clothes?
Yep.
And how come
in New York, just walking around New York?
How come the black men that came after Cece and Russell? What's that girl name? Sierra and Russell, when she went to the shared themed event and wore a shared dress, and everybody said that she is no wife of a black man to be wearing that. How come this thing gets to be the wife of a Kanye?
And then Keke Palmer, when Keke Palmer went to try to enjoy the Russell
and had on a full
Usher
bathing
concert.
suit underneath her, sheer, long
Yeah.
to the ground, whatever.
Yeah.
She's a mother.
Yeah.
Maybe because Bianca's not a mother, but she's like,
Involuntary commitment. That's what it means.
Yeah.
When people get put inside a psychiatric hospital.
Both of them need to be put together into psychiatric facility in separate rooms, though, because they are disturbing. Kanye dresses like her security. He's disgusting. They're disgusting.
they're disgusting. I think that they should both be arrested and put into a facility
Me as
for
well.
crazy people.
I agree.
People that are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And harm to themselves and others and to the public. Judge denies motion for R. Kelly's release from federal prison in North Carolina because
R. Kelly's cooked. That's why.
R. Kelly, where is it that you would like to go? Tristan has the video right here. Because R. Kelly, what is the problem, bruh?
They need to put R.
Y'all
Kelly.
trying to kill him.
His leg hurt.
Officials. Now, his lawyers are calling
You gotta
this
start
an
from the
assassination
beginning.
attempt.
I can't pull it up. It's in the video.
A federal judge denied a motion to release R. Kelly from prison. Right now, he's serving a 30-year sentence in Butner, North Carolina. The denial comes days after Kelly's lawyers say he was hospitalized for an overdose of medication administered by prison officials. Now, his lawyers are calling this an assassination attempt.
Oh.
A federal judge denied a
So we
motion to
don't.
release R.
So
Kelly from
the lawyers don't want to put in for maybe a change of facility, maybe to a private prison where he can get the amenities in which he needs.
No, they went
We want
straight
to release him from this 30-year sentence
for an assassination attempt.
For an assassination attempt should get you free from prison. Wouldn't that just mean that everybody that's been stabbed, poisoned, shanked, hung, beat up, Tory Lanez, everybody could just get out free once they got an assassination attempt?
Assassination attempt.
What it mean?
That's a reach. That they gave him a little bit too much of the drug and he had a bad reaction. And now they tried to assassinate him.
But his leg, the assassination coupled with his leg, shouldn't that be grounds for a release?
Yes, of course.
Because how could he maintain his prison status if his leg don't work and if somebody's trying to kill him?
Nobody's even trying to bother R. Kelly wherever he is. You done been there for 5 years and nobody's tried to bother you. All of a sudden somebody's gonna try to attempt to assassinate you now?
Now that Donald Trump is the president, now you need to be released immediately. Immediately.
Y'all killing me with this. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Why y'all won't let this man free?
Free R. Kelly.
Speaking of free R. Kelly, Juicy Smollett, he announced that he is engaged to his fiance.
Why
now
you say
his
it like
fiance.
that?
Jabari Reed.
Why you say it like that?
Because it was romantic.
You said engaged.
Engaged to his fiance, Jabari Reed. He was very surprised. It looks like it was like a very casual setup.
Who asked whom?
Juicy asked Jabari.
Oh, okay.
The former Empire actor has announced that he is engaged. I can't stop saying it like that. Well, the 43-year-old gushed with happiness over the news and took to social media with the snaps of him on bended knee in front of his lover, Jabari Reed. He captioned the snaps with, "I'll be spending my birthday with my fiance." He said, "Yes."
Is this real news or is this fake?
Just I'm dead ass serious. Why you don't love love?
Because it came from him, you know. It came from the fake news guy.
You ain't right.
You think he staged this too?
He staged this too for sympathy because he's still trying to get his record expunged because he didn't do nothing wrong. Yes.
Next.
Bless his heart.
That is nice. I love black love.
Me as well.
Black
it makes
love
me
is
happy.
Nice.
Nick Cannon says he's done having kids as he struggles to name all 12 of his children. He was on a podcast with that girl, that little white girl, Bobby Ashcroft. Is that her name?
Who?
Nick Cannon.
Who's that? Tell your daddy?
No.
Oh.
That's Bobby. That's Bobby. Bobby is another one.
Oh, okay.
She's like, tell your daddy, call me daddy, but a different white girl that's not asking you to call her daddy. But he says that he's finished having kids because she asked him, he said that he has a king complex. He believes he's a king and he addresses everybody like king. And she was like, do kings have a lot of kids? And he was like, hell yeah, kings have a lot of kids. So then she was just like, how many do you have? And he was like 12. And she was like, can you name them all? Or just, not can you, just name them all. And he named 10. He forgot 2. And he says he always gets in trouble for this because I would like to go on record and say that as a parent, it would be hard for me as well to name all 12 of my kids, because while I'm naming them, I wouldn't remember who I already said to figure out who else. Like, I only got 2. I got a kid and a dog. Both of them is interchangeable. It doesn't matter. Sparkle is Cornell and Cornell is Sparkle. That's it.
That's not bad.
One of them gotta come.
I got one child and I call him Danielle all the time.
I don't think that is bad at all, because we come from big families and you be calling them, we
Whatever.
call everybody everything.
Yeah. He should have been like, oh, I know all their names, but I called him something different. Now I know Louis, Dewey, Huey, Sleepy, Bashful, all of them. That's
I
what
watched that over the weekend. That's Snow White and Still Life. It's nice. I like it.
Did you? What's that on?
Yeah, it's good. It's on Disney Plus.
Oh, I think I got that.
Yeah,
it's not that.
It is not good.
It was terrible.
I liked it.
What's bad about it? What's bad
Y'all
about
are so girly.
I didn't see it. I'm gonna go watch it today.
Stop live action Snow White. You didn't like live action. What do you mean? What did you not like?
Why they got to have the CGI little people for?
Oh, that's true too. That's
What's
the only
CGI?
part. They animated still.
Yeah, why did they do that? They couldn't find a small.
It's probably not legal to have little people. It's probably some
Dwarfs?
union
Yeah,
something.
It's not dwarfs. It's little people.
It's little people, and because after they did Willow. And they had all them little people in Willow. It probably became a thing. So now they just decided.
Oh,
to
and
CGI.
Willy Wonka, they did that too. They just shrunk
not all the
human
big
size.
the new one or the old one?
Standard size people. Do you do
Standard.
that standard when
I don't know.
when you talk about a little
Regular,
person?
average? Regular?
No, regular. So regular is racist.
Oh, jeez, you can't say anything.
I think you got to say standard.
Standard. Okay. I don't know.
Anyway. Oh, you know what I started watching this weekend? Animal Kingdom on Netflix. It's a good show.
Why?
What's that?
It's a good show. It's about Ellen Arkin is the mother of a crime family. Her grandson comes to live with them after his mother dies. And it's really it's action packed. It's 6 seasons though, but I'm on episode 4 of season 1. It's a good show. Good show. Animal Kingdom. Check it out.
Speaking of Animal Kingdom, Nicki Minaj seemingly threatens to expose Jay-Z, Rock Nation, and its CEO, Desiree Perez. Why now? I just wish that AI would sum up these foolishnesses for me so that I could. Nicki Minaj doesn't tend to mince words on Twitter, whether it relates to her next musical moves, interacting with fans, or moving through the industry. But according to All Hip Hop, she caused a particular stir with a tweet storm that allegedly takes aim at Jay-Z, Rock Nation, and its CEO, Desiree Perez. On Thursday night, the Trinidadian superstar took to the...
Wow.
It's crazy. Let me just take that out of there. The Trinidadian superstar took to the social media platform to let off a series of allegations which seemingly tie back to The Rock. The main reason why fans jumped to these presumptuous conclusions is because Nicki Minaj referenced to Banned from N.O., that track, a remix of Lil Wayne's The Carter 6 cut, asked the NFL to fire some N-words, which many saw as an alleged dig towards Rock Nation's Super Bowl involvement.
What?
Needing the barbs is at an all-time high for every distraction, Nicki Minaj wrote. So let me start talking about what I found out about them. Real juicy, confirmations, Make a Baby, Banned from New Orleans, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Paid moles, order in the court. They don't want you to see what I'm liking on Twitter, she alleged in another tweet. So that features was demolished. I don't know. I can't read it. I won't read it. I don't understand barb
I
talk.
can find the actual video if there is one.
No, it's a tweet, they said.
Yeah, it's a tweet.
Listening devices, cameras, card tags, pages you don't follow under the following section of X now. Do I get paid for that? Make a Baby, Banned from No remix, NFL, fire some N-words, and then phone emoji.
So is she just saying words?
She's talking about a bunch of things that happened over the past that she thinks Jay-Z and Beyonce are involved in. So she's talking about
Beyonce?
the Super Bowl with Kendrick, and they're talking about how Lil Wayne wasn't picked to go to the Super Bowl out there. She's just talking about a bunch of gripes that she has with Jay-Z.
She's mad about Megan and Cardi. Now she's talking about Rock Nation. She's so mad they couldn't get her trending. Now there's conspiracies. She also tweets, all sounds so familiar. Trying to tear a husband away from his wife and family with lies and friends in high places. Yuck. No more distractions. Touring data. They don't want you to see what I'm liking, so that features were demolished. Listening devices, cameras, car tags. Nicki Minaj, what are you talking about? Whether or not Nicki Minaj really referred to Jay-Z and Rock Nation here is not fully explicit and wholly speculative, but fans continue to connect the dots with their interpretations and Minaj's supposed hints. In addition, she seems to reference Desiree Perez's legal issues with her daughter, who alleges the CEO falsely committed her to a mental institution under Florida Bakers and Mancham's Act.
I don't know. Now you just talking about
me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry because I really tried to read through this.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's just. It sounds like it's just a words.
It's a word salad. Yeah. And she really believes that she is, making a connection. Maybe she's rapping. Yeah. Maybe she's rapping. Chambachach, chimbachach, tour dates, data breach, breaching data.
Alter ego.
Maybe.
Doesn't she have alter ego?
Roman. Mm-hmm. Diddy alleges instructions for male escorts. Diddy's alleged instructions for male escorts at his freak-offs revealed by prosecutors in new text messages.
He had instructions for them.
This is a curse. This is a cursy situation that I'm about to play for you, but it is. I don't know if I can play it. You guys want to get a little spicy today?
Yeah.
What's her name? What's the comedian's name from here? Jay.
Sam J.
Yes.
Yes.
That
was funny.
She had a great little a great
set
about Diddy, and I'm gonna play it for you guys. It's very vulgar. But block your ears. The children they're not in school, but they should be watching their tablets.
They should be in school. Today's the last day of Boston Public School.
Yes, tomorrow's the last day.
Oh, tomorrow.
Not this one. It's this one right here. Here we go. I'm not gonna. Yes, that one. This one right here. Tristan's gonna play it for
That
us.
nigga's gay as hell, man. Diddy might be the gayest nigga on earth. I read all the shit, and I'm like, this nigga just don't know how to be gay. He has no idea how to just be with a man, so he doing all this weird shit to get to just being a gay nigga.
And Sam J is a comedian from Boston, so she's one of our from
gay
Roxbury.
Because the bitches there too. Like I think he's like, this ain't gay because look at her, but it's like, bro, there's just her and dick everywhere. One of the stories, and now it's two women that reported this. They both said Diddy like for them to get nutted on all these male prostitutes. So male prostitutes come nut all over these bitches. Nut. Then Diddy would tell them leave the nut on them. He be in another room watching this shit on a TV. They come in the other room with the nut all over them. Then Diddy would have them rub the nut on his nipples. And he play with the nut. And I'm like, bro, just let a nigga come on you.
Sorry. It's
you
very vulgar.
A lot of gay mass to get
Disclaimer.
nut on you. You can just go ahead. I would argue that what Diddy's doing is gayer than a gay shit. It's like, bro, be a man, stand under that dick, catch that nut to the chest. Instead of being a faggot hiding off in the room.
All right. Sam.
Working your little dick.
Sam, sorry, that was a disclaimer. That was some vulgar content. Vulgar. However, it was hilarious.
And there's gonna be.
And that was a summary.
I actually am anxious for this trial to be over so that I can go back and dig into what was whatever. I wonder if those things are going to be exposed, the things that we weren't privy to or the things that we just heard about. I wonder if those things are going to be available for us to see for ourselves and all of that, because I want to see the things.
Court Court documents reveal that a male escort named Jules was in contact with an unnamed associate whose identity is not disclosed, but it referred to as a device owner in the message screenshots. According to the evidence, on August 26, 2009, the device owner reached out to Jules with a last-minute proposition to fly from Los Angeles to New York City to participate in the event. The associate offered Jules a tip for the short notice. Within 2 minutes, Jules responded affirmatively. Diddy's alleged associate then followed up by sending him flight details for a Virgin America trip from LAX to JFK. The device owner also instructed the escort to contact them whenever he was ready to leave the event so they could book his return flight. The male escort requested rest after alleged freak-off, joked about exhaustion, and text with Diddy associates. According to the Daily Mail, after Jules landed in New York early on the morning of August 27th, he messaged the device owner to confirm his arrival and let them know he was headed into his hotel room to freshen up. Roughly an hour later, the device owner instructed Jules to come to the room 4901, to which Jules replied, okay. Who is Jules now?
A male escort.
Later the afternoon around 2:45, Jules texts again, this time requesting help booking a return flight. However, the associate told him the flight would be arranged after he came back to the room, asking him to return within the hour. Jules replied that he needed a bit more rest and asked if the timing could be flexible. He joked that he hadn't slept in 2 days and quipped, you guys are rabbits.
Ew.
The associate responded reassuringly, writing, LOL, okay, hit me when you wake. Sorry, bro, no stress. You let me know.
That wasn't the take.
That was I don't know. On December 8th, he requested a message he could show his girlfriend to hide his involvement. Can you shoot me a text just saying you guys will be somewhere else this weekend so I can show her? After some back and forth, Jules confirmed the excuse worked and proceeded to offer up his availability. Notably, in his text, the events weren't referred to as freak-offs, but more discreetly labeled as party. So the funny thing about this, I don't know where this takes us, but Diddy was even having these freak-offs after his house got raided and after the Cassie thing. Which makes me believe that there is more mental illness here than we thought, because this is now what, an obsession?
Sexual deviant.
I think it's power. It's like a power structure, right?
He's a sexual deviant. And he has he needs to go to sex rehab.
Because they even said during the court that he was staring at some of the people looking crazy at them while they were on the stand, just doing crazy.
Maybe he can't get out of this role of being this egotistical maniac where he felt that even with all of this, he was so untouchable. What is it, the God complex?
Yeah.
He was so untouchable that even with all the stuff that was, even the scrutiny and the stuff that was happening around him, he would still be untouchable. And now he don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think he needs to be in jail, or do you think he needs to be institutionalized?
Well, he needs to be in jail for the abuse that he was committing on the women. And he needs to be institutionalized and therapized about his sex addiction, because that's clearly a sex addiction.
Yeah.
You can't even not have sex out of freak off.
Yeah.
After you getting in trouble we were told upon that raid that you had 70,000 pallets of baby oil. Why would you even be seen with any type of oil ever again? Like, I would only be wearing cream or something like that. It wouldn't be no more oil.
Because they took the pallets and left one bottle, and he was like, I got to use this. I got to use it.
Jurors were shown high-powered rifles, bags of ketamine, suspected narcotics, and hundreds of bottles of baby oil and lubricant, many stored in glass cabinets or ornate display boxes. He was buying drugs. His drug mule was the last person on the scene the other day, telling pretty much that he was out here buying drugs with the company's money, which is crazy. Just I don't know what's going on. Diddy nasty. He's a nasty nigga.
Yeah.
Did he do it?
He did. Diddy did it. And that's all we got for today. Just nasty. Ew, I need to go bathe after reading about
my
Diddy.
face feels like...
Yeah, because it's so nasty. Ew.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's really nasty, and that's really unfortunate because, we shouldn't have to hear these things. That's awful.
I do believe I just got a breaking news. I believe that Gourmet Creole is excitedly open from 10 to 10. They have their menu out. And it has a lot of things.
Don't be teasing us now.
I'm guessing it's not even a crazy menu. It is. It's rather cock diesel.
That facility that they have over there, that prep area kitchen is they have a lot. They could do a lot in there.
You guys could feed a family. You could get a Port-au-Prince bowl. Choose 2 proteins and 4 sides. How much? Wow. $29.99.
Shut up, really? That's good.
That's very good. They do have lunch specials as well. I think they have $8 lunch specials over there. And I do believe the time that they are open is from 10 to 10. So we'll keep you posted. We've been stocking them. We've been actually stocking them for about 3 weeks. So as soon as they are officially open, you guys will be the first to know. The first to know. And with that said, that's it.
Daisy?
That's it, folks.
Chris wants to know, if Diddy got freed right now and invited you to a white party, what would you do? Ew. That sounds like a jizz party.
Ew.
I don't want to go.
I know that changed the whole meaning of the white party now, right?
It sounds white and wet.
You got to tell them why. Sauce don't like anything and kind of sauce that's white.
I don't want it. I'm not going to that party regardless. Creamy. I don't even like white parties. That's why I don't like. I don't like it. I don't like any. I'm not going. I've been to one yet.
Caesar dressing, ranch.
I do like a Caesar dressing, but it got to be almost. It got to be mixed well that I can't really see the white on it. It looks more like a demi-glaze.
I like all those creams. Sour cream, cream cheese, blue cheese, ranch, mayonnaise. What else? What else they got? Ice cream, whipped cream, cream. Said it by me. I like it.
Cream. I love cream.
I love cream.
All right. Bye, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys stay cool however you can, because it's gonna get crazy.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget there's a couple of beaches that's closed. Make sure you look up that. They just came out with another list today.
Look at the beaches that's closed. Look at the pools that are open, and stay cool.
Is
Drink
Houghton
lots
Pond
of
got
water.
blue algae?
I don't want to swim in that.
I'm not going to.
Racist. All right. Bye.
Bye.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
And that's all, folks.
What is this, Doctor? This is the Spark of New England. Spark FM. Bringing the heat back to the airwaves. Turn us up. All right. Well, let's take a look.
Who's calling it? Who's calling it?